Newsworthy. This is a Medieval Times News.
I'm here on the scene with the Red Cross Knights in training while they practice their swordsmanship. Here you can see them using their famous Red Cross shields to defend themselves from their enemies in battle.
On guard.
Oh, this armor is way too heavy.
I know.
Oh.
It's over 100 pounds.
Way too heavy.
I know I'm only a squire, but I'll get there eventually.
I'm already there.
'Cause you're the head knight.
Yes, I am.
Oh.
And die.
We have a code of chivalry, which basically means 4 things. Stay courteous to all women, be loyal to your king, serve God at all times, and defend the weak. I'm almost there. I started out when I was 8, and for the past few years, I've been a squire. I've been learning how to ride horses, fight with spears and swords. It's really hard when you're carrying over 100 pounds of armor. Well, being a red knight means you have to stay chaste, and we keep a picture of Mary on the back of our swords to remind us that when we're in battle. Mary is the mother of God, which means she's very important to us.
How are you going to use your shield?
To block you, and I can see a picture of the Virgin Mary while I'm blocking you with my Red Cross sword.
And what does that remind you of?
Mary being chaste.
Good job.
Well, there you have it. I'm Paige reporting for the Medieval Times News. Back to you, Rachel.
Ew, this bread is nasty. I'm here with Christine de Pizan, the legendary writer. So, Christine, how old were you when you married your husband?
I was 15, which is the normal age for a girl to get married.
And he died suddenly. How old were you when he died?
It was 10 years later, so I was 25.
It must be hard to be that young and be widowed.
Yes, it was difficult, but I soon began writing, and that's how I made my living.
So there you have it. She's one of many women who were taught that women were inferior to men and should be meek and obedient to their husbands and fathers. Most women had to work for a living, and peasant women worked for their husbands in the field, did the cooking, and made the clothes for their families. Almost all spinning is done by women. There are a few women, like Christine and Eleanor of Aquitaine, who organized a rebellion against her husband, King Henry XI of England, who stand up against society's view. Will the role of women change?
My husband is a knight, so my role is to look after the children, keep organized, such as cooking and making clothes for everybody. I also hire laborers, and I supervise them. I sell the produce, and I keep the account.
I only have one painting in my hands. The girl whose painting I do not have must immediately pack her belongings and go home. Annabelle, you didn't sell the product.
But it was just so itchy and scratchy because it wasn't made of fine linen, and I'm too poor to afford anything else.
Annabelle, your job was to sell the product, and you did not, so I'm sorry. But you are not the girl.
I am very, very rich. I just bought a manor, and I am employing more than 100 servants to do my bidding.
Is there anything I can get for you, sir?
Bringeth me a sandwich, woman.
Anything else?
Yes. No, go. Tonight I shall sleep in my castle, in a bed fit for a king, while you sleep in sheds. Servant! Come.
Yes, sir.
I changeth my mindeth. Bringeth me some lamb chops and exotic fruit.
Yes, sir. Anything else?
Yes. Begone.
You should get the broadsword. It has a 2-edged blade measuring 2 to 3 inches. The length of the broadsword ranges between 30 to 45 inches and weighs 3 to 5 pounds, which means more fighting from you and less fighting from your enemy. Watch me kill this enemy with my broadsword. Get the broadsword from any blacksmith in your village now! I am here witnessing the martial art form of jousting between two knights. They are mounted on horses. It can also consist of a series of competitions using a variety of weapons. The two knights here behind me are facing off to see who will move on in the tournament. Let's take a look, shall we?
Go.
As you can see here, the knights take this very seriously. The primary purpose of this competition is to kill or disarm your opponent. Someone died. The horse and the armor are very important to the knights in the competition. Well, it seems we have our winner. We'll see you next time with Medieval Times News.